Hey everybody, I wanted to put a quick video together on mountain biking. Some of the initial expenses you're going to have when you first buy your bike. I didn't see too many videos out there like this, so I figured I'd make one real quick. I'll do it in two parts. One of just some of the things that I had to buy when I first got the bike, and two, some of the items that I carry in my backpack, just for some of the beginners out there. When I bought my mountain bike, you go out and you spend whatever it is, $500, however much your bike costs. There's going to be some hidden expenses that you're going to have to come up with to make your ride more enjoyable from the beginning. The items don't add up to be too much money, but I just want to make, like I said, make the video real quick so a beginner mountain biker, when they make the bike purchase, they kind of have an idea of some of the things that they might actually have to spend some extra money on along with the bike. First, just get a quick look at my bike I had. This is just the 2013 Cannondale Trail Sl. The first thing I did with the bike is, as a beginner, I went by the advice of the shop. I took off the regular pedals and I invested in a set of clipless pedals. And they're good. They took some getting used to. I'm still trying to get used to them now, but that was one of the only upgrades that I did make. Still have my stock seat and all that. There you go, you can see the bike real quick. So just to the actual bike itself, the only thing that I invested in is a set of clipless pedals. And then here's the other stuff that I have. Obviously you're going to have to purchase a pair of clipless shoes to go with the pedals. And for those of you that don't know, they have a little thing on the bottom that clicks into the pedal, and when you need to release it, you just kind of kick your heel out and it comes unhooked from the pedal. You can tighten the tension on these and whatnot. I started at the lowest setting, and as I've gotten better, I've raised the tension up on them so it makes it harder to kick out so your feet don't slip out. Next thing you're going to have, obviously, you're going to have a helmet. Helmets, from what I found, I had a cheap mountain bike helmet to begin with, and it wasn't very comfortable, so I spent a little bit of money and got a nicer one. It fits snug. It doesn't give me, I used to get headaches a lot just because the helmet fits so awkward on my head. Next is a pair of gloves. The first pair of gloves I bought were just these Fox gloves. These are a little bit thicker in the palm. They're not really padded. They might have a thin layer of padding in the palm. But the problem is they're great gloves. I wore them today. It's a little cold out. It's about 40 degrees, and they work great. But in the middle of the summer, they got extremely hot. So then I purchased a pair of it doesn't really matter what brand you go with, but you can feel you can't feel, but these are thin gloves, and they work a lot better in the summertime. My hands don't sweat as much. A pair of glasses. You're going to want a pair of clear glasses when you're riding out in the trail in the woods. I didn't think about it in the beginning, but one, for safety purposes, you get whacked in the face with a branch or a twig or something. But the main thing for me was bugs. Flying out in the trails in the summertime, you get a lot of bugs in the face, and this keeps them out of your eyes so you don't have a potential risk of wrecking the bike and hurting yourself. So I bought these. You can spend a lot of money on actual mountain bike glasses. I just went down to Lowe's and got a pair of construction glasses, and obviously you can see they have the clear lens, and they're shatterproof. They're not going to break on you, so they're a lot cheaper than an actual pair of mountain bike glasses. The next thing I bought did some research online, and a lot of people, when you go to clipless pedals, a lot of people say you don't need these, but I got a pair of cheap shin guards, and the reason for that is shin guards were made really for the regular style pedals, so when your feet slip off, you don't hit your shins. Where when your feet slip off, your shins would hit the pedal and it would scrape your shins all up. So that's why a lot of the guys wear shin guards. And that's great, and it saves your shins, but the problem is with clipless pedals you shouldn't need shin guards because your foot's not going to slip off and hit the pedal. Well, that's true once you get used to them, but the problem I had in the beginning is because I couldn't, I was learning how to kick out properly, and I didn't want to wreck that often. my feet kicked out a lot, and I still scraped my shins on the pedals, and I got some pretty bad cuts from that. And what that started to do is, when I was on my rides, I found that I was taking it easy because I was afraid to whack my shins on those. So I looked into it. A pair of shin guards was about $20, $25 shipped to the house. I went with the company, obviously you can see, 661, and these things are great. I'll say that once these wear out, I probably won't invest in another pair, as I'll be used to the pedals at that point. I won't have to worry about the risk of cutting my shins all the heck. But in the beginning, these were a big investment, well worth the money. I would advise them. I mean, I guess you can do what you want, but that's one thing I had. You know, everybody says that you shouldn't need them with clipless pedals because you're going to be stuck in the pedal. Your foot's not going to slip out as much, which is true if you've been doing it for a while. But in the beginning, you're not used to them yet, and I still did. So I just spent the 20 bucks, and then I don't have to worry about it. The next thing that's was huge for me is a hydration system. I went with an Osprey pack. Doesn't really matter what brand you go with, but you definitely want to have some sort of a hydration system when you're out riding. One of the main things is your muscles are going to tense up, they're going to cramp up without proper water. I try to drink as much as I possibly can. This comes with a 3-liter hydration system. I try to drink the whole 3 liters when I'm out on a 2, 3, 4 hour ride. In the summertime, you go through it easy. When it's cold out, it's a little bit harder to choke it down, but I do, because it helps your body out tremendously. Like I said, you don't cramp up and whatnot. This pack is great. You can carry a lot of tools in it that if you have an issue in the middle of the woods, you can try to fix yourself. I got some tools in it. You can carry some food in it. It's just, I don't see how you'd want to go riding without it. It's all in one. I don't have to screw around with trying to get a water bottle out of here when I'm out in the middle of the woods. It's easy. And I think it's a must when you're first starting out mountain biking. You're going to be out in the middle of the woods, you're going to be a beginner. I got some first aid stuff in there. I think that's a necessity. So these are just some of the, like I said, hidden expenses that you might not think about, or you might not know what you're going to need to purchase with your first mountain bike, when you buy your first mountain bike. But just wanted to share that with everybody. I'm going to make another video of what I have in this pack so you can see that, but that'll be separate to keep the length of this video down. But there you go. That's just my quick beginner's guide to what you'll need on your first mountain bike ride. Chris White, have a good day.